Okay, so I think we are live on Facebook. We are recording here. You can see my screen, so we are ready to go. Okay, so welcome everybody. I just want to, I'm Vanessa Bowden, Regional Sales Manager. If we haven't met yet, I'm so happy that you're joining. All of us are together here today, April 1st, and it's not an April Fool's joke that we just had our best month in history last month with, amidst everything going on in the world. So I just want to congratulate each and every one of you. I know Lori was on earlier and did the same, but I wanted to take just a second to say congratulations for all of your hard work and for your dedication and for your resilience. And we're so excited for what's to come here. So one of the things that we've been working on behind the scenes is how can we make sure that we give you the tools that are necessary and that you can run with to be able to continue your business in these unique times over the next few weeks while we are obviously not allowed to get together. We need to practice social distancing. How can we take our businesses online, and how can we take advantage of the fact that everybody else is home as well, and we have a captive audience in front of our computers. People are looking for the connection with other people. They're looking to see people's faces on video. There's, I guess, like Zoom is having a historical amount of users between the schools, between kids getting together, between happy hour Zooms on Facebook. I know my girlfriends and myself and my girlfriends, we got together and had a little happy hour just to chat and see each other. So people are looking for ways to spend their time and stay busy and learn new things, all while being home and not having much else to do. So we have a product that can help people in these times, that is a health enhancing product, that is a stress reducing product, and we have a business opportunity that can step in, obviously, as we've just demonstrated, having our best month in the history of the company during a time of turbulence where a lot of businesses were certainly not having their best months. They were closing their doors, they were struggling. We have all the pieces in place to be in a really, really unique position. So we have something to offer to people, and we just want to have the best and most effective way to get that message out there. So I'm going to teach you guys how to use a program today called Post My Party. This is not the only program that's out there, and I will just say this one caveat. The intention of teaching you this is to give you another tool in your toolbox, but it's not necessarily, well, it's definitely not meant to replace the power of in-person interaction, live, face-to-face, belly-to-belly. We can't do that right now. Obviously, that's not something that's possible for us. So this is the next best thing. But when all of this passes, and it will pass, and we are able to get back to our normal lives and our normal businesses, I don't want anybody to get the message that Green Compass is saying that we should do virtual events versus live events. A live event is far more powerful any day of the week. This is just an additional tool that you can use to hit people who are not local to you and to get a wider, to cast a wider net, so to speak. So one tool in the toolbox, not a tool that's meant to replace things that we already know work well in this business. The second thing that I'll say is that this is not the end all be all way to do online parties, and I am not an online virtual Post My Party, expert. I learned this I'm kind of like learning this as we go along with you so that I'm able to support you in this. And my goal here was to create a party template that would save you the time of doing it, because it is a lengthy process to create the posts and the template. So we have created on our end a full party template that has all of the posts, the pictures, and the verbiage that you would need to cover everything that you would normally cover in a launch party or any kind of like home. Let's just say you were having a home party or even a market type of party opportunity event out there. So we cover background on the company, we covered products, we covered business opportunity. And with the template, once it's shared, if you have a membership to Post My Party, and I'll get into that in a second, once we share the template with you, you can edit it and you can make it your own. So you don't have to use it exactly the way that I've created it. If you have a post that you think there's something that was left out that you want to add, you can add posts, you can delete posts, you can edit verbiage. If you want to take a couple lines out, add a couple lines in, change a picture out, you can do all of that. So we created a skeleton. If you love it, you can take it and run with it exactly the way it is. If you want to tweak it and make it your own, you're able to do that as well. So Post My Party is a paid subscription. It is $9.95 a month, so it's basically $10 a month. But they are offering right now a 14-day free trial. So at least they were a few days ago when I signed up, and I believe they still are. So you should be able to sign up and have a 14-day run with the program without having to spend any money. But I think it's a great investment, even if you could partner up with a couple people on your team or a leader on your team. You could share an account. I believe you could pretty much share an account. You just couldn't each be doing a party at the same time. There are some limits for how many posts you can do in a day, how many parties you can, hold in a day, that kind of thing. So, but for $10 a month, it's a tax deductible expense for your business. The way I look at it is if you were hosting an at-home party and you were actually hosting a live party and you even had to buy, 2 bottles of lemonade and a couple of snacks, you would have spent that $9.95 at the grocery store anyway. So this is sort of in place of that expense right now. So you do need, in order to use our template, you do need to have a Post My Party account. So you'll want to go to postmyparty.com and you can see the what it looks like here on my screen and create an account for yourself. And then I can share our template with you. So I will post the link to the template in our group, and that way you can have it, if you need it, you can also reach out to me over Facebook or email. Vanessa@greencompassglobal.com is my email. Okay, so with all that said, let's talk a little bit about how this program works. So if you wanted to create your own template from scratch, you can certainly do that. And what this allows you to do is to schedule an online party on Facebook. This program uses Facebook. Beforehand, do all the legwork so that if the party is happening on Friday evening at 7 p.m., at 7 p.m., the posts just start automatically posting for you. So you've created all the content beforehand. You're not worried about trying to post and making sure that you're there, posting things. Let's, hypothetically speaking, I encourage you to actually be there live and engaging with the party. But let's just say you couldn't be for some reason. You're like out to dinner with your husband in the future when we're allowed to leave our houses again. Your party will post without you. So you can literally set it and it's ready to go. I don't want to say set it and forget it because it's not effective if you don't do the right thing. So we're going to talk about some tips and tricks for throwing an effective Facebook party. So the way that these parties work is through a group. And I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to pull up another screen here. I should have done this before. The Facebook, I want to show you how it looks in Facebook because we did a test party. I wanted to be able to show you exactly how it looks. There's 2 different options to do this, but either option requires you to create a Facebook group. And we created a test group in Facebook. To be able to, make sure that it ran correctly and to also just be able to demonstrate this. So I think I might need to share. Lori, just nod your head to me. Can you see my Facebook screen or you still see the Post My Party screen? You see Facebook? Okay, awesome, perfect. So what I did was step 1, I created a group. So you have to create a Facebook group. I don't know if any of you have Facebook groups that you put your customers or your prospects into right now. If you do, you can use that group. If you don't, you're going to create a Facebook group that's going to be specific for this purpose. Now, there's 2 different ways that you can set your party up to run. You can set your party up to run right in your Facebook group. So what we're looking at right now is posts that, so it started here. So basically March 30th at 7 o'clock p.m. was my first post. Here was the welcome post. And all of these posts here are the posts for the party. Now, this is the option that I like the least because when your posts for the party are going into a Facebook group, they don't stay in order. They're just on the wall of the group. And if you use if you use the group for anything else, the posts from the party are mixed in with the posts from your group. The other way to do it, which I think is the much better way to do it, is to create an event in your group. So obviously, you have to add people to this group first. So you have to invite people to join your group. And once they're in the group and they've accepted the invitation, now you can create an event. So right over here in this column here, these events, you're able to go there. Here's my event that I created, but if you were doing this yourself, you would click create event and you would set up an online event, and then you would invite people to the event. The only people you can invite to the event are people that are part of your group already. So you'll have to do the legwork in adding people to your group and inviting them to join your group beforehand. Now, you don't want to mass invite. Facebook will flag you for spamming if you're just all like randomly inviting hundreds of people to your group. So you want to treat this just like you would an actual live event where you're personally inviting people. The most important thing is to have a personal invitation and a personal reach out. So calling someone on the phone and just saying, hey, I know we're all crazy and stuck in the house. Ford, we're doing a hemp happy hour or a CBD, Facebook online mixer Friday night at 7. I wanted to invite you. I wanted to give you a heads up. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to send you an invitation to our group. It's called CBD Happy Hour, and you just need to accept that invitation, and then I'll invite you to the event with all the details. Now that reach out is going to have, when they see that come in their notifications, they have just been given a heads up that this is coming to them. You can do this in a voice messenger. I mean, I'm a fan of personal connection. It's always going to be more powerful than just sending a text or sending a Facebook message, especially if they can hear your voice. So using the voice messaging feature on Facebook Messenger is also a good way that you can send messages to people. But you want to make sure that you are not just mass inviting. Let me just invite everybody on my Facebook friends list of 1,000 people and hope that somebody shows up. It's not going to be effective. You could invite 1,000 friends on Facebook and have literally not one of them engage with your event if you're not actually giving a personal invitation. So go back to your prospect lists, personally connect with people, explain what the event's going to be like. I highly recommend you have some raffle prizes, some things to make it fun and engaging for them so you can let them know when you invite them. We're going to be giving away, some bath bombs or whatever it is you're doing. And here's your, make your favorite cocktail. I shared on our PF thread, and I can post it on the advocate forum. I found this right now they have some kind of Corona quarantine cocktail menu, and it just had a list of different cocktail recipes. I thought it was kind of cute. You could send something like that out in the days leading up, saying here's some creative cocktail ideas. Make yourself a cocktail. Come share with a picture of your cocktail. Try to engage people and make it fun, not just come listen to our information. So use your creativity. I trust that you guys come up with some amazing ideas, probably far better than I am coming up with in the moment. So make it fun and make it creative. So in the event, so I'm just going to open up my event so you can see what it looks like. You're going to see who you invited. Now, the nice thing about this is that even if they don't respond, yes, they're going, when the party starts, they're going to start seeing notifications of these posts, and they will come in their regular notification section over here, and they will come down their newsfeed. So if they're on Facebook during the time of the party, they're going to be reminded of this, but I highly recommend that you remind them to get on beforehand with a message, and you're giving them little reminders leading up to it, just like you would if it was an actual event. So with the event, when you're throwing your party inside of an event versus just in your group, all of your posts stay in order. So they're going to be reversed from the last post down. So if you go all the way to the bottom, you're going to see post number 1, which is our welcome post. And it's got verbiage. It has a picture. And then, so post number 1 is welcome. Post number 2, just some quick housekeeping tips. They want to refresh their page, so you're going to keep refreshing the page because that's going to keep bringing the most up-to-date posts. If you're just on the event, sometimes you have to refresh for the new stuff to come up. And you can do live videos. We encourage you to do live videos embedded within these posts, and I'll show you the places that I did them. And they will need to refresh that to see you speaking live. So this is just some housekeeping, letting them know they're going to get tickets into the raffle for engagement. So they can earn tickets into your raffle for commenting, for asking questions on the posts. You want people to engage with you. So this has the video links already embedded in there for you. Who is Green Compass? You just click on this YouTube video and it's going to start to play the video right here. So we don't have to actually play the video, but it's going to play the Green Compass video for you. Then we go on to the differences between CBD and hemp. Then I did a live video. So these were just test videos. I am actually like, if not doing a video, but showing you how you would just go live in the group. So this is not, that part is not in the template. That the live video is not in the template. At the point that you want to go live, you just look at the flow of the slides. And at the point that you want to go live, you just go live at that time in the group. And the places that I would suggest that you go live are at the very beginning, to do a live video to introduce yourself. If it's a launch party, the host of the party would be introducing themselves, and to welcome everybody, and just to reiterate how refresh your page, grab your cocktail. We thank you for coming. We're gonna do a raffle. Tomorrow, I recommend that you do your raffle 24 hours after the party's over. So if your party was at 7 p.m. on Friday night, let people know that 7 p.m. on Saturday night, you're gonna come back to the event page and you're gonna go live with the names in the hat, and you're gonna pull the winners like on Facebook Live and announce them. I also give people tickets into the raffle for placing orders, and that's you'll see that on the last slide. So that also gives you a reason to follow up with them and remind them to get their orders placed, and to go back to the last slide and comment with their order number, because I usually do like 5 tickets in. I give more tickets, so you get tickets for engaging, and then you can give an extra added prize for people who order, to just encourage people who are actually placing an order with you. So we explain the endocannabinoid system, talk a little bit about benefits of CBD products. Then I did another live video here, which could be a product testimonial. So you've done your welcome live video. You can do some kind of product testimonial, being very careful to avoid any medical claims, no mention of diseases, cures, any of that stuff that we know is against our medical compliance. Then we talk about our skincare with a video. They can check out the skincare video, talk about tinctures, topicals. Actually, no. This is not about skincare. This is all the product categories. So the video is all the product categories. Then we talk about tinctures, topicals, skincare, roll-ons and bath soaks, preferred customer pricing, child fund, and then we go into the opportunity. I think we're missing a video here. I have one other slide that's missing. I put a video in here, so I just have to, oh yes, that's because this was the test group, but the template that you guys are gonna get also has the opening video for the conference before the opportunity slides. So you'll have that in your template. And then we thank them for coming. These last 2 posts are set up as post-party posts. So you can program them to be whatever you want. You can change them. I just put these in as reminders. So you literally set them up for, I have all my template posts for the day of the party. And then I have 2 posts that are gonna post the next day, one at 10 a.m., one at 6 p.m. that are gonna just come into the party as reminders to place their orders, to thank them for participating. So that's what the event looks like in there. And then you hope that on all these posts, you're having comments and that you have several people from a team that are engaging live with the party. You want to be there at the time that the party's happening, because as people ask questions, you're going to be able to comment, respond to them, engage with them, find out what they're interested in. And then obviously the fortune is always in the follow-up after the party, in connecting with people one-on-one, finding out what they need the most, helping them place their orders. We're always going to direct them back to the person who invited them to the party to place their order. So you notice I don't have any websites in here. We don't want to put a general website where people then make the mistake of placing their order on the corporate website accidentally. So I just tell people to go back to the person that invited them to get the link for ordering, and have that person walk them through the process. So that's what the actual party looks like on Facebook. I'm just going to go back to the Post My Party page here and show you what it looks like in the template. So you can have as many templates as you want. So you can create in this program and get as fancy with it. There's tutorials that you really can dive in and learn this program yourself. And it's pretty, I think it's pretty user-friendly. You can save posts in a library so that you can pull from, posts that you've put up before and then share them in your groups or in different groups, or share them with other people. But you can create, let's just say you want to do a skincare party. You could create a whole template just for skincare and have a skincare party saved. You could do a tincture party. You could do, you know, a just opportunity related event online. So you can create whatever template you want, but it looks like this. You do it one post at a time, and you choose what kind of post it's going to be. If there's going to be a picture, a video link, a multiple picture album, and then you time your posts. So on this side here, you actually just put what time you want the party to start. And I timed each of the posts to be 2 minutes apart. That keeps it to be about a half hour with all these posts. You could shorten it up by taking some of the posts out. I think like a minute apart is too soon. You're just like rushing through everything. They don't have time to read everything and like watch the videos. But if you want to adjust it, you can literally go here. You can adjust by 2 hours. You can, you know, you set the whole party up in exactly the same timing, just with a 2 hour later start time or an hour earlier start time, whatever the case may be. You can edit this and save it for yourself when you have the template, and it won't change everybody else's template that they have. So if you wanted to just add something, you would just add a new post and you'd write your verbiage, upload your picture, and just update it and save it. So just to recap, because I know this is a lot of information at once, you need to set up a Post My Party account in order to use our template. If you have another program that works for you, you are not tied to this program in any way, shape, or form. You can use whatever you like and what works best. We're just providing a tool that's already ready-made for you to kind of take and run with. Once you start your Post My Party account, when you are going to schedule this party, you need to start a Facebook group. You'll have to invite your prospects or your customers into the group, and then you will create an event within the group, and that's where you'll actually schedule your party into that event. You can use the group to keep collecting and keep adding your prospects and providing value. Right now, maybe you post a meditation, a link to a meditation that's really relaxing, or some yoga moves, or some healthy immune system boosting tips. It doesn't have to be all green compass within the group. It can be anything that is providing value and making people want to be a part of your group. And then that group is a captive audience for whenever you want to do a virtual party. So it's going to be great for us right now, but maybe 6 months from now, we have a new product that launches. And now you've got a group of people that you've been interacting with, or your team's been interacting with, that are there that you can invite to another virtual product launch or something of that type. When you go to schedule your party, you would go to parties and schedule new. It's going to ask you to choose a template. So if you have our template saved, I have a Green Compass Virtual Happy Hour, you just choose the template. Are you using a group or a page? So you can use a personal group, a business page group, a group event, or a group page, or a page. So we're going to use group event. Choose the group, which was, for me, test group, Green Compass Virtual Party. Choose group event, which was I already created the event inside of that group beforehand. It starts on, you schedule it, your time zone, and then you just click create, and it's all set up and scheduled and ready to go for the times that you have it set in the Post My Party schedule. Now, if you want to use the same template again for a different host, so this right here, and there's tutorials on how to do this that you can watch, little short videos. But let's say that Maria was having her launch party, and now they want to use the same party template, but in the places that it said Maria, they want to launch Laura. You can literally just replace those things by using this section here, so that every place that it said Maria, it'll replace with Laura. So it will literally go through and adjust it for you. So there's a lot of really nice features here that you can use and play with and get as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. So just a few tips. What I'm going to finish with is just a few tips. You're going to see me, I have my notes on my laptop over here, that are mistakes that people make. And one of them we talked about, which is mass inviting. Facebook will flag you for mass inviting. They could put you in Facebook jail, so you don't want that. You don't want to just randomly invite tons of people without personally connecting with them. So it's best to invite them with a personal invitation. you want to change things up a little bit. So even with the template, and, you know, Facebook's algorithms, nobody really knows them 100%. Facebook is always changing what they allow, what they don't allow. So in order to avoid some of the pitfalls, changing things up a little bit so it's not exactly the same as a party you've done before or a party somebody else has done. So you take the template and adjust it a little bit to make it your own is a good idea. If you use it the way it is, it's not necessarily going to flag it, but it could pick it up as spams. The program says sometimes Facebook will pick it up as spam. So personalize the content somewhat is a good idea. You don't want to have too many posts in one day. So you don't want to do like, you wouldn't want to have like 5 different parties and 5 different groups in one day, because Facebook will pick up on the fact like, what's going on here? Why are you have so many volume of posts together in one day. Forgetting to engage with your guests is another mistake. So like I said, you want to make sure that you're there, that you're commenting, that you're engaging people and trying to get people to tell about themselves, introduce yourself, where are you from, comment back, create that engagement, because Facebook wants to see that you're actually interacting with people. You don't want to have a party that goes on for too long. So have your event start a couple days before. I recommend starting your party like 2 days, inviting people 2 days before the actual party is going to start. Gives you a little bit of time to post a few teasers into the event group, remind people, get people engaged during the actual party, and then 24 hours afterwards, close it out and have everybody put their orders in before then. Let's see here, anything I'm forgetting? Okay. One of the tips, and I actually have had mine scheduled this way, but this was a tip that I did read, that scheduling your parties at the top of the hour is when Facebook gets flooded with the most scheduled parties then. So you run the risk of them flagging you for some kind of selling or spam more highly if you schedule the top of the hour. So instead of scheduling for like 7 o'clock start time, schedule for a 7:15 start time. Just kind of stagger it a little bit off the top of the hour, which is an interesting tip that I probably wouldn't have thought of. And that's about it. So at the end of the party, you do another live video to close it all out, instruct people how to order, thank them for coming, and then keep checking back. You'll get notifications every time. Whoever's hosting the party gets notifications every time that people comment or engage, and that will remind you to go back to and answer any questions or help people out with whatever they're asking you about. But we are actually going to do a incentive for you guys. So we want to encourage you to try this out. I know when Lori and I were talking about this, she said to me, you know what, in my business, when I was in the field, I would try anything once. I know technology can be a little overwhelming or intimidating if you've never done this before, but it's not that bad. And we are here to help you through it. We have the template created for you already, so that saves you the trouble of having to try to fudge your way through that, which was the hardest part. And give this a try. And this week, I encouraged every single one of you to get involved with a virtual party. You don't have to do it on your own. Band together as a team. If you're a director or a senior team leader, or it doesn't really matter what rank, there's no rank requirements, but you can go to your downline and say, hey, let's plan a Facebook party for the team. I'll set it up. One person, take on the job of being the host, setting it up, having the Post My Party account, and then the whole team can invite to that group, and the whole team can invite to that event once they're in the page. You just have to invite people back to order from your link once you're done. So if you participate in a Facebook virtual party in the month of April, your name is going to go into a hat, and we're going to be giving away some swag packages, some business materials, some exciting prizes for the people that participated in this and give this a shot. The only thing you need to do is come back to, we'll create a post for you to comment on, and we'll keep track of it there. You'll come there, you'll give us your name, obviously, the date of the party, the date and time of the party that you participated in, and the only requirement we have for you to get your name in the drawing is that you've personally invited at least 20 people to that party. So if you're hosting one for yourself, you're brand new and you're doing a launch party, you could be the host of this, and it could be specific to your family, friends, and contacts. And you can be actually launching your business along with your upline, who maybe does a video at the end, giving a little testimonial from a leadership perspective, and you introduce your business and the launch of your new business at the beginning. Or you can do it as a group with your team, and you're all inviting your customers and prospects into it. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you've been involved in inviting 20 people at least to one of these virtual parties, participated in it. You come back, you mark your name in the comments, and we will do a random drawing at the end of the month for some swag packages that we're going to send out to you guys. So I hope that you're excited about this. I'm going to actually just stop sharing now. If you have any questions that come up, play with it first, and then definitely reach out. Like I said, I'm not an absolute expert. I will do my best to help you, but they do have a chat line. So right here, if you see at the bottom of the screen, they have they got back to me. I had a question. I literally put my question down here in the chat, and I had an email within 5 minutes with the answer from their customer service. So it seems like they're pretty on top of things. So we're just really excited. Virtual parties can have some amazing, amazing benefits. I've used them in the past when I was in the field, and we've gotten a lot of orders and a lot of interaction with them at times when people aren't stuck in their houses. So we know this is going to be a really great tool for you to use this month and going forward. Anything that you want to add, Lori?
No, that was great, Vanessa. You hit everything, and then I answered some questions in the chat. So if you guys have any additional questions, because this posted live in the Facebook group, you could put your questions in those comments, and Vanessa and I will peek at those throughout the day. One other question, I know that with the challenge that we're giving you guys in this post that is on Facebook, just go ahead. That is where you will be, where you can post in, you know, you're doing your party, put your name, put your party date, that sort of stuff. And that's where we'll be drawing the winners and all that sort of stuff from.
Just to clarify, Lori, so we're going to put up a new post. We're going to put up a post for them to comment under, not this live video.
Yeah, that would probably be best.
Yeah, we'll put up a post that says, you know, the contest announcement and comment here to be entered into the raffle, so that we can keep it all in the same place and there's nothing else but raffle entries in that post.
And I will mark it as an announcement. That question is coming. So if they need to find that post, just click announcement at the top.
Okay.
And it'll be in one of those top announcement posts.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording here.